welcome to Book Reviews with Judy. I'm the newest member of the Rock Hill Reference staff. Today I have a new craft book to share with you, A Modern Guide to Textured Crochet by Lee Sartori. Lee is a Canadian crochet designer and instructor. This full-color book contains 40 stitch designs and 5 unique project patterns to show off your new textured crochet skills. Each stitch design has you create a sample square, to practice the stitches. Even piecing together these would give you another unique project. Each pattern includes detailed photo tutorials and directions, as well as diagrams. And Lee has created a lovely book that can help even beginners learn these more complex designs. Each chapter has a seasonal theme that teaches you a unique and original stitch stitches created by Lee, as well as a related project pattern to show off your new skills. For spring, she has a shawl. For summer, an ice cream tote. You saw that on the back of the book. For fall, a cowl. And for winter, a beanie. As well as for the basic stitches, a pillow. So lots of fun designs that you can learn in this book. While I was reading this book, I also practiced some of the stitches. Here I have my sample that I started. I have the bobble stitch here at the bottom, the popcorn stitch, and the single crochet cluster. So you can see each of those gives a slightly different texture. Some stand up more than others. And then you also see that on the back it is very plain. So these are usually one-sided designs where you only will see one side of the pattern. So you would use these for one-sided things such as a pillow, a beanie, or a shawl. Now I'll show you how to do the bobble stitch. In between each of the textured rows, we need to do a row of single crochet, and that is to get us back to the beginning of the right side of our work. So I've done most of a row here, so you don't have to sit and watch me do that. But for single crochet, you simply put the hook in, yarn over, and pull through 2. So I'll do that a couple more times to get to the end of the row. And then chain 1 to turn and start our new row. So the bobble stitch is the first stitch that she has in the book. We start off with a single crochet to create a small border. And then in the next stitch, we are going to work our bobble. We start off with a yarn over, and we go into the next stitch and pull up a loop. And you do want to make sure that you keep your tension loose. If you get too tight, it will be too hard to pull through all of the loops. So you pull through 2, and you now have 2 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over again and go back into that same stitch and come up again. Again, you want to make sure you pull up a little bit and have some give in your stitches, and you yarn over again and just through 2 loops. So you'll see that we're creating a series of smaller connected stitches, and then we have another loop on our hook. We're going to do this for a total of 5 times, which will give us 6 loops on our hook when we're done. So there's 5 and 1 more to get loop number 6. So here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 loops on our hook. and you'll see I've got a good bit of give in there. We don't want them too tight, because to pull through all of these can be a little tricky sometimes. So you're going to yarn over one more time and pull through all 6 of those. And you'll see now that you have a cluster of stitches. Now to make it stand up, we need to connect it to the next stitch. So we're going to go in, make one more stitch in a single crochet into the next, and then kind of pop our bobble to the front. And you'll see in the first couple that these are spaced out, so I need to do one more stitch to give that space between the actually I think it's 2 stitches, so do 2 more single crochets to give some space between the bobbles, and then you're going to bobble again into the next stitch. So again, you go in and do your yarn over and create your first, yarn over, go in and pull through 2. That's our second. There's our third and our fourth, and one last time for our 5th set. Whoops, and I made a boo-boo. That happens sometimes, so you just pull it back and we do it again. So we do 2, yarn over into the same stitch again, pull through 2, and we need to do one more, pull through 2, and so now we have our 5 loops again, yarn over and pull through all 6, kind of push them towards the front. Find your next stitch and do a single crochet again to complete that series. And then again we do 2 more single crochets to space them out, just as she did before. And we're going to go all the way across. Then you come back with your single crochet, just as I mentioned before, to complete that space in between the rows. And you will notice that when you're coming back across, that you will stitch into the top of your bobble. The top of your bobble is the stitch right here. And so sometimes when you, with the texture, it likes to roll under, so you want to make sure you pull that up and you get the top of the stitch as you're coming back across. And so that is the bobble stitch. I hope that you will check out A Modern Guide to Textured Crochet and learn some new skills this fall. Have a good day.